Good morning, everyone. It's Monday, June 12th. I'm Karen Connolly from the Scituate Select Board, here to bring you today the weekly news update. Here with me is Bill Burkhead, our Superintendent of Schools, and everyone knows Jim Boudreau, our Town Manager. A few announcements to make. The Select Board will be having one of its regular meetings tomorrow night, and it will be at 6:30 at Town Hall. There are also a number of meetings this week being held. The Board of Health on June 12th, which is today, the Public Building Commission June 13th, tomorrow evening, and the Beach Commission on June 14th. And if I may, I'd like to let everyone know that you'll be seeing the fruits of the Beach Commission's labor very soon. We're putting up new signage at all of our beaches, and they've been worked on very hard by the Beach Commission and all the people on the Beach Commission. So we'd really like to thank you, the Beach Commission, for all the work they've done. I would like to mention something about water. Jim usually does a update on our water supply. I would like to point out to people that we use the word restrictions, but I think the better word to use is conservation, because that's what this is really all about. It's not meant to punish people, but it's meant to ensure that we have a supply of water that will see us through the drier months, the summer months. So at any rate, I will now turn it over to Mr. Boudreau. Morning, Jim.
Thank you. Good morning. I'll echo what Karen said. Conservation is important. You'll see from my report today that our usage continues to go up. Last week, we were 1.697 million gallons a day, and last week we were 1.7. So up over 500,000 gallons a day. That's a lot of water. So we do urge you to conserve, follow the restrictions, so they do have sufficient water to get us through the summer months. The reservoir's at plus an inch. Last week we were plus half inch. Tack Factory Pond is the same as last week at plus a inch and a half. Rainfall was 0.90 over the last 7 days, so almost a full inch of rain. Most of that came on Saturday while I was camping with the Boy Scouts at Wampatuck, so I can tell you the rain did come down on Saturday. We are under our water restrictions. We ask you to please adhere to those. If you have questions, you go to the town website under the water department and get a complete listing of what those restrictions are. We continue to work on permitting, getting the iron and manganese contactor up at the water treatment plant. This is a temporary measure until we get the new water treatment plant online. This will treat much of the iron and manganese that was coming out of the reservoir water last year, which we believe was a major source of our brown water. We want to remind residents, if you have brown water, please let the town know. Go to the water department website. There is a brown water link, or you can call the water department. First, these are data points for us to find out what's going on in the system and where we are having problems. And secondly, if you report it to the water department, we may be able to isolate it to your street or to your neighborhood and actually go out there and do something to alleviate the problem. So please let us know if you're having brown water, because those help us make the system better and reduce the brown water into the future. If you go out to the lighthouse, there's a very sad sight right now. Excuse me, the top's gone, the slab has been removed, and they are doing the work on it. Now that the slab's gone, they'll start removing 4 to 6 feet of the exposed brick going down the lighthouse before starting putting that back together. As we've said in the past, the lighthouse room, the dome room, is at the contractors. We'll make a brand new lighthouse dome. We'll be bringing that back later on this summer and putting the whole lighthouse back together. It's going to be a great project. We're very excited. The contract's been fantastic. Right now, we are working on a sign that we're going to put out there so people will know exactly what's going on with the lighthouse when they're out there looking at it. Lifeguards, this Wednesday down at Peggotty Beach will be our annual lifeguard training. If you're in the neighborhood of Peggotty Beach, you see public safety vehicles, police, fire, and a lot of commotion there. Don't be alarmed. It is our annual training. They work with those departments and the harbor master and make sure the lifeguards and everyone knows what to do if we have an emergency on our beaches. This Friday, June 16th, you will start seeing the lifeguards out on the beaches for the first time. So again, we ask you to be careful if you're out this week on the beaches. You will see the lifeguards starting on Friday. Central Field, the work is ongoing. I won't spend a lot of time on that, but if you go by, you'll see we are working on Central Field, a brand new softball field and a renovation of the baseball field. That project is scheduled to be completed later on this spring. This week, the first car show is Thursday night down in Cole Parkway. Always a great take. If you have a chance to get down there, please do so. Also, the band concert has started. They both start at 6 p.m. The car show is once a month, so the next one will be July 17th. The band concerts are every Thursday starting at 6 p.m. and every first Friday starting at 6 p.m. This week, the band is Hurricane. If you want a complete listing of events with the car show and who's playing at the harbor, You can go to ScituateHarborMA.com. That's the Scituate Harbor Business Association. You get a complete list of bands. Always a good time when the weather's nice. So if you get a chance, please go down and check it out. While we're talking about the car show, I think we need to send a huge thank you and shout out to the South Shore Votech. The town purchased with community preservation. The town purchased a 1924 fire truck, which I believe was the second fire truck ever used by the town of Scituate. It was actually purchased by 4 retired firefighters. They've given it to the town. We had some community preservation money to restore that. Rather than send it out, which would have been hugely expensive, that fire truck was given to the Votech. They turned it back over to us on Thursday of last week. You can go to the town website or the Scituate firefighters website, see some fantastic pictures. It looks like a brand new truck. It is running beautifully. Woodwork, body work, engine work. I mean, they really knocked it out of the park with them. So I want to thank them. Let people know that the Votech really does a good job. And if you have your kids going there, you're very lucky because they are learning a lot. So thank you again to the South Shore Votech. If you want to take a look at it, it will be up right now in the main station on Route 3A. It's in the back. You can just knock and they'll let you go in and see it. Or if you want to wait, our plan is to put it in the St. Patrick's Day Parade next year. So that's a long way to wait, but really great job by South Shore Votech. The town's very supportive of them. I know the superintendent is very supportive of Votech, so thank you to them for all the work they did. Finally, for me, for those of you who are addicted to this program, next weekend, June 19th, is Juneteenth. The town hall and town offices will be closed on that day, so you will see us again on Tuesday of next week. Juneteenth is a holiday to commemorate the emancipation of enslaved people in the United States. The holiday was first celebrated in Texas, where on this date in 1865, after the Civil War, enslaved people were declared free under the terms of the 1962 Emancipation Proclamation. So, good holiday. We're glad to be able to celebrate it. We're glad to be off, but we will not be here next week for you to see our update. So you look for us on Tuesday. And that's what I have for today.
Very good. Thank you, Jim. And thank you especially for pointing out the 2 major projects, the fire engine and the lighthouse, that probably wouldn't have happened without community preservation funds. So we thank all the citizens of Scituate for supporting the CPC. And now we will turn this over to Bill Burkhead, who's probably a very happy man this week. I think it's the last full week of school. Is that right, Bill?
It is. Thank you, Ms. Curran, and good morning, everybody. Good morning, Mr. Boudreau and community. Happy Monday. Yes, it's the last full week of school with the official last day being next Tuesday, June 20th. Like the town, schools will be closed on Juneteenth. I'll get to that shortly, but just wanted to let folks know that this will be my last presentation until we kick back in school next year. However, there's a lot going on over the summer, and if you want to stay up to speed on that, please join our website, scit.org. We host all of our information there, and we think it's pretty easy to understand. We'd love your feedback. Or you could download the Scituate Public Schools app on any iPhone or Android, and you can pick what information you want to get. It could be by school, it could be by district. Wealth of information is blasted out through that as well. So we look to keep you apprised over the summer as well. When things slow down, we want to also thank our wonderful educators and staff and administrators. It's a big week, as I talked about. There's field days, there's award nights, there's 5th grade farewells, all kinds of great things happening. And we're excited for this week, and we're excited for folks to have a great, restful, and relaxing summer. And we'll work hard over the summer to get ready for the welcome back in the fall. So next, I want to just talk about Juneteenth. That's our next and probably last major event community-wide for the school year. There will be no school on that Monday next week, the 19th. The Scituate Public Schools will hold its 2nd annual Juneteenth event, which aligns with the national recognition of enslaved people in Galveston, Texas, learning of their freedom 2.5 years after the signing of the Emancipation Proclamation. Join us next Monday at 1 p.m. at the Gates Middle School Commons for a student-led celebration and appreciation. I think folks will enjoy it. Our kids are very involved in this, and I think you'll have a great time if you're available. So 1 p.m. at Gates Commons at the middle school next Monday. That's all I have for today. Have a great week, everyone, and a great summer if I do not see you then. Thank you.
Thanks, Bill, and have a great summer. Thanks, Jim,
Thank you.
and you have a good week. Bye, everyone.